Today we are talking about the quadratic formula.
The quadratic formula is used to solve equations in the form ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Problems in this form tend to look something like this. These numbers are going to be your A, B, and C. 4 will be your A, 13 will be your B, and 26 will be your C.
To solve these equations, you use what we call the quadratic formula. X equals negative b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a.
Here's an example problem. The easiest way to start off the problem is to find out what your A, B's, and C's are. So A in this problem is just 1 because there's no number in front of the x. B is going to be negative 14, and C will be 45. Using these numbers, plug them into the quadratic formula. So we have x equals 14, because you usually do a negative b, but because b is negative in this case, you don't need to. So x equals 14 plus or minus the square root of negative 14 squared minus 4 times 1 times 45 all over 2 times 1. Then you need to simplify the inside. So that will look like something like this. If you continue simplifying, it will end up being 14 plus or minus the square root of 16 over 2 equals x. Since we know the square root of 16 is 4, we end up with 14 plus or minus 4 all over 2 equals x. Now, because there is a plus or minus, you're going to have two answers for x. So x equals 14 plus 4 over 2, which is 9. Also, x equals 14 minus 4 over 2, which equals 5. So your two answers are x equals 9 and x equals 5 for the equation that you gave at the beginning.
You may notice that this equation is not in ax squared plus bx plus c form. To get it in that form, you have to subtract 21 from both sides. Now that it is in the form ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, you can find your a, b, and c. A is 1, b is 4, and c is negative 21. Now you plug the values into the quadratic equation. So x equals negative 4 squared, plus minus square root 4 squared minus 4 times 1 times negative 21 all over 2 times 1. Okay, so this simplifies to negative 4 plus or minus square root of 16 plus 84 all over 2. And that simplifies to negative 4 plus or minus square root of 100 over 2. Okay, and so the square root of 100 is 10, so we know that it's negative 4 plus or minus 10 over 2. So now you have to find your two solutions. So you do negative 4 plus 10 over 2, which equals 3. And then x equals negative 4 minus 10 over 2, which equals negative 7. So your two solutions are x equals 3 and x equals negative 7.
Thanks for watching!